We're just, making some booch, and it's fun. It's good. It's healing. It feels good. Not for every body. I'm going to say that. It's not for every body, but if your body is accepting of the fermented goodness of the probiotic, vitality benefits are tremendous.
We are live. All right, everybody. Good morning, Albuquerque. It's 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and that means it's Million Cups. So wherever you are in the country, at 9 a.m., you're probably near a Million Cups chapter, and you've picked the right one to come to. Education, resources, and connection for new and aspiring entrepreneurs.
Disconnected.
The entrepreneurial journey is a difficult and challenging one. You will need helpers along the way. You'll need people to tell you your unknown unknowns, and you'll need people to explain to you what the funding people actually care about. So that's what we're here for. We're here to make that easy. So how do we accomplish that? With our dead clickers? No, with a national and local mission. So we work toward this mission using a program developed by the Kauffman Foundation. So they train the organizers, and they train the organizers on how to train the presenters to do a 1 Million Cups presentation. Every startup community is a little bit different, but we have things in common. And so every instance of 1 Million Cups has unique aspects, but the Kauffman Foundation tries to get the standard program to everybody about succeeding as an entrepreneur. We are the only folks in New Mexico with a Million Cups chapter, but they're scattered throughout our region of the Southwest. And I've attended a couple of these in person, and I encourage you to do that. If you're a stay-at-home type, but you get up early, on the East Coast, it's 7 in the morning. You could go to Million Cups there, have a cup of coffee, and come here and do it again. So yeah, Million Cups is great. All right, how do we make this work? The key pillar is presentations, not pitches. So in a pitch, typically to investors, your company is invulnerable except for its lack of cash. It has this terrific idea, and you're going to be ringing the starting bell on the NASDAQ in 2 years, right? And that's not true, okay? You've got all kind of problems. There's all kind of stuff you don't know. You need all kind of help, right? So this place is a place where you can ask for that help. You can say, here are the problems we're facing. Here are the things I don't know. Here's the kind of people I need. Here are the community resources I have to be connected to. And that's why we're here. So we're run for the community, by the community. Our organizing team are all volunteers, and we're doing it for all kinds of reasons. We're radically and intentionally inclusive. All kinds of people, all kinds of entrepreneurs, all kinds of businesses. So mom and pop brick and mortar shops, whiteboard companies that might have got a little bit of funding, companies that have been in market for a while and are killing it and don't really need a lot from us, but they're here to show us how it's done. All of those people are welcome here, and we encourage people to be English, not Saxon. Okay.
I got it.
A lot of our words are Saxon. When like if you hit your thumb with a hammer, those are Saxon words. Okay, so here's our mission, right? And this is to remind everyone to be a friendly, accepting, and educational environment. Some people are not as far along in understanding one thing or another as you are. You should teach them gently. A lot of other people know things you don't know at all. They might be of help to you, so you should listen carefully. That's the idea of Million Cups. It's easy to apply to present. So talk to one of the organizers. We'll guide you through applying on the website. You get up here, tell us what your challenges are, and get help from the community, as you'll see today. We'll assign you a coach, and you'll be a rock star on YouTube. This is our team. I'm Paul Sauter. Lisa Atkins is here. Eric Renz Whitmore is online, I'm guessing. Adam's right here. Sonia online today. And Keiko and Oscar are busy editing documentaries at this hour, and they're not on. Okay, guys. We'd also like to thank our sponsors. Fat Pipe for 8 years has been our host. Jason Collin Photography always makes us look good, whether he's in person or taking screenshots on Zoom. More Than Organized. Miriam Ortiz-Pino, organizing your stuff, your thoughts, and providing creamer. Foundation for Sustainable Living gives us the coffee. Noventum Custom Software Development gives us great software and donuts. And in Five Solutions, when they're here, tea and fruit for those freeing from the demon bee. Thanks for joining us. And I'll hand it off to whoever coached. Yeah, you did.
Take it. So I'll get her slide deck started in just a minute, but I have the pleasure of coaching Julie Morrell. She's a kombucha brewer, and I'm really excited to hear her story. And the cool thing is she brought samples. So let's hear her story. Her slide deck is cool. It's all beautiful pictures. She's going to guide us through her story with these pictures. Her contact info, I can provide at the end. We couldn't get it inserted to the slide deck at the last minute. And then I'll do my best to get it online for those of you on Zoom. Okay, come on, Julie. Good morning. Blessings. Love shared is the key to life, is our motto. So I hope you feel my love this morning. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm very grateful to everyone at Pat Pite for making me feel so welcome. The timing of this presentation is so precise. It had to be orchestrated. My name is Julie Morrell. I am a child of God. I am a daughter, a mother, a sister, a friend, and a kombucha brewer. My story begins with my health issues, which included a brain tumor, an autoimmune disorder, and fibromyalgia. I sell kombucha, Kangen alkalized water systems, as well as water to go. My business has emerged as a gift with a purpose to help others find the living healing products that have helped me. Kombucha is a great alternative to the sugary and alcoholic drinks that dominate our market. Our need at Urbanmama505 today includes something that you can be a part of. Getting the word out about our new retail door opening on US Route 66 at Central and 10th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're seeking grants, help with marketing, as well as part-time associates. My kombucha story starts on my kitchen counter. My friend Mary, who also has an autoimmune disorder, came to teach me about kombucha about 10 years ago. Kombucha, anybody drink it? All right. Whoa, I've never seen that. That's awesome. It's a slightly fermented sweet tea that creates a probiotic healing elixir that blesses the microbiome throughout the body. I married this knowledge with my Kangen alkalized water, which is also a living product. The water is produced with a small unit that transforms the tap water into hydrating super water that hydrates your body 6 times better than any other water. This produced an amazing kombucha product. Soon I was producing it from a transformed space in my home. Here's some of our first ones. This is the transformed space in my home. And we just went for it. I was producing it. It makes more, always it does. And pretty soon my friends were saying, well, hey, I'll pay you for that. And I was like, what? You'll pay me for it? Oh no, the dreaming really began. So as an entrepreneur my whole life, it seemed possible that this was the right product at the right time. Ted Archuleta, my business partner, came alongside me and we decided to move forward with a business plan. I just want to show too, does it go backwards or not? Yeah, it will go backwards. This is my vision board that was made about 8 years ago. And this vision board has come to reality. And I am so amazed by it. This is the floor that I installed in the brew room because of the water. So I thought that was really cool. But just after we started our business plan, the coronavirus hit and it slowed things down. I also at that time lost both my parents, my favorite uncle, in a short space of 6 months. And while I felt like the whole world was grieving with me, it was a dark time. Out of the blue, I got a phone call from the South Valley Economic Development Center. We had put our name on that list the year before. They were ready to board a new business and had pulled our name from a lottery. South Valley Economic Development Center is a cooperative cooking facility. To share also, my father's last words to me were, stay the course and get that business off the ground. So it was something that I had a lot of heart for. So I found myself driving to the appointment in the exact neighborhood where my father was born in 1934. I was going to try not to get all choked up on that sentence, but I knew that the things were afoot, and my God is an awesome God. The meeting was for contracts, and we were licensed and permitted within 30 days. We are blessed. Urbanmama505 was official and on its way. So here we are. We were producing a wonderful, healthy product using the Kangen alkalized water, and began building more accounts, more offerings of the kegs, the gallon jugs, and 16-ounce bottles. Some of the hands that helped included Sister Bar, my home account here in Albuquerque, Squeeze Juice Bar, and Debajo Tapas y Vino put us on tap at that time. So here we are in the kitchen. It's a shared kitchen space, community kitchen. Our residential client list was growing. We do the old-fashioned milkman delivery, so it allows us to recycle the glass. But our product was selling good, and our clients liked it, and it was very positive. But just after I had sold 25 gallons to a Burning Man event in Santa Fe, go me, the weather changed to October. It started to get a little cold. So we inquired at the facility regarding heat, and much to our sadness, there was no option for heat. And if you do any type of fermenting, it is a requirement. So pivot, we did. I wanted you to see Teddy's tap handle because he custom makes them. They're so beautiful. This is part of our residential clients that we do the door-to-door delivery. It's super fun. So pivot, we did. We secured a small space that gave my partner, Ted Archuleta, a runway for his talents. And he remodeled the space, and we had our own production space. It was small, American Girl doll size, but had heat. So believing in our dream, we continued to build our client base. The car wrap was first, but it was so valuable. Somewhere there's a little picture of the car wrap. Let me see. This is when we moved into the production space, our own space. That's Teddy doing all the work. That's me, professional. And here we are at the studio. I wanted to mention too, I think we may have passed it, but my logo, well, there it is on the jar. I wanted to mention my logo because my beautiful daughter, Morrell, is a fine arts graduate from New Mexico State. And she inked the logo for me. My kids used to vie for the front seat when we would be returning home from my hometown in Huntington Beach, California. And the game was, they wanted to be in that front seat when you came over that last 9-mile hill view of the city, because of course we were always coming home at night. And it was just a gorgeous view, and that was very special to me that we could have that view and that it could be my own because my daughter inked it for us. So it's a special logo. Here's sales and marketing. Actually, every job that I ever had in my whole entire life has come into play with this adventure. It's funny how God pulls it all together. Obviously, trust is key. It took several months, but we were able to add La Montanita co-ops to our client list, along with 35 to 40 other clients. We're just, making some booch, and it's fun. It's good. It's healing. It feels good. It's not for every body. I'm going to say that. It's not for every body, but if your body is accepting of the fermented goodness of the probiotic, vitality benefits are tremendous. That's why we do the delivery to the door, because if you keep a jug on hand, you drink it more regularly, and that's where you get the most vitality benefits. So we're boarding some clients, having a lot of fun, buying big merch, driving giant refrigerators all the way down Route 66 because we were afraid to go on the highway with it. There's the car wrap. So the car wrap was valuable. I put that on right away. That's again, that marketing experience that I've had. I can sell ketchup popsicles to Eskimos. I've done it for about my whole life, since Girl Scouts. So there we are, just making booch. And then after the first year, we were New Mexico True certified. And then within the same building where we were producing, more space became available. And it was earmarked to be a cafe to support the local emerging art gallery in the same building. Our landlord is a retired attorney. He also has a dream. And Ted started that remodel about 6 months ago, but we've been really blessed to work with a kind-spirited man who's very generous and has been willing to work with us. So we're now ready to open Urbanmama505 Kombuchery and the PH20 Water Club on US Route 66, just west of the downtown Growers Market, just at 10th Street. So I think there's just this picture shows the live edge wood that Teddy picked up in northern New Mexico that has begun just a beautiful artistic place that Teddy is just very talented with his hands. And I wish I had more of the photos, but I wasn't able to get them delivered in the right manner. So you don't get to see it, but you'll have to come. You're here, so you can come and see us. But we really need the help of getting the word out about our grand opening on May 20th. We're going to do a soft opening on May 3rd. And I'm just excited to be a member in the community, to be a light. We really want to have a community space, of course. Our first point of ministry will be the children that are 9 to 14 years old. The Washington Middle School is right behind us. And unfortunately, the youth in that age group are struggling with an increase of suicides. And we want to come alongside, link arms with those in the community and say, let's bring them in. Let's have some classes on Saturdays, an art class, a cooking class, a robotics class, a guitar class, something that will bring the youth in, that will create a space of safety and mentorship that everyone could be involved in. And I just want to mention another thing regarding the entrepreneurial small business paradigm shift that I have experienced, because it does seem kind of funny to be doing this as the third act for me. But breathe and believe, in my mind, has been opened with the Global Prosperity Academy program that I experienced. I've always been an optimist. My father was the biggest optimist. He trained firefighters in the state of California and was very aware of the power of the mind, but it was untapped as a resource for me because I wasn't clear on how to use it. And once I made that shift, it made a complete difference in my life. It's like always being late and then never being late again. That's how I feel my life has shifted. I have freedom and peace. They are my friends. Joy is my fountain. Trust is my strength. And I just invite you as an entrepreneur to open your mind to imagination. Imagination. Imagine more than you can imagine. And that is my kombucha story. So thank you so much.
You'll stay up front. We're going to form a line for questions. And if anybody has questions online, raise your hand or put it in chat and I'll call on you. I'll go first because I do have a question.
Yes.
Can you describe the health benefits of kombucha?
Yes. So it's a slightly fermented sweet tea. It's only fermented for, ours is maybe approximately 10 days. And it creates about 1 billion probiotics. It's supported by a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, as the acronym is SCOBY. Exactly, you got it. So what those probiotics do is they act as a healing elixir to all the microbiome in your body, right? We have microbiome on the outside of our body, on the inside of our body, And if you can kind of think of it as a soothing elixir within your body. So some of the vitality benefits that it does, it provides vitamins and nutrients to all the organs in your body. It also increases your immune system, which was so perfect in the timing. And it also, because of our shift in our world, it has increased the awareness of I want to be strong and I want to be healthy. So nick the sugar and drink the kombucha. Not all kombucha has low sugar. Ours is a single raw ferment, so we don't add any sugar. It's a wonderful flavor, and it's the Kangen alkalized water that brings out that rich flavor from the tea. Does that help, Liz?
It does. A question? Come on up. And then Sue, we'll call on you next.
Hi, I'm Sandy Hirschberg with the New Mexico Startup Alliance. A lot of the startups I work with I've heard mixed reviews about the New Mexico True. Can you talk a little bit about the benefits, the process? As an entrepreneur, did you find it was worth it? And your experience? And
Yes,
that would be helpful
thank you.
to
I
us.
did. I'm thrilled to be with the New Mexico True organization. They're a great group to work with. The process was just like all the other processes. Dot the i's, cross the t. You know, a lot of detail. But just follow through the process. Some of the things include that you have to be in business for over a year, and you have to be also making a certain amount of money as your profit. But the process was great to go through. They provide entrepreneurial support, much like this program does. They offer a lot of events that you can plug into. They offer a special insignia that you can add to your product. And it's a street cred, really, because we love New Mexico, but the people that are over there have been fantastic for us. So we've enjoyed working with them and have learned from the process of their entrepreneurial offerings. Thank you.
Sue, you had a comment.
Yes, good morning. I can't wait to taste your kombucha. My neighbor makes it, and I think you're right. It's excellent for your microbiome. I put something in the chat room for you. Yesterday, the EDD announced what's called the Healthy Food Fund, and it's an award between $20,000 and $100,000 for New Mexico companies, and you might really want to apply. I think that you would qualify for it. I sent the link as well.
Thank you. Thank you. That is answered prayer. So thank you so much. Thank
I'll
you.
make sure you get that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Miriam Ortiz-Pino, More Than Organized. I'm a downtown resident as well, so I'm kind of excited that you're doing the thing. I also love that gallery space and the idea of bringing the kids in on the weekends and stuff. Love that. What is going to be your mix, or what's your vision for mix of retail versus wholesale sales? Because you're already so successful in getting it into spots.
Right.
Versus, I don't know if it's technically called wholesale, but
Yes.
you have it in all the spots. So
Yes. Yes, it
what are you
is.
looking at mix wise?
My feeling as an entrepreneur is that the wholesale client base will fund the heart space of the community space. Though we are going to offer kombucha. We do have the H2O Water Club, which is a subscription. We have 3 bays where you can come in and get that Kangen alkalized water at the regular. And then we'll be adding on. So we have a tea line that we'll be offering. And we hope to go to food, some light fare foods, smoothies, soups and salads type of thing.
Nice.
But with the runway and the needed funds, we had to just open with what we had.
Also, just having been someone in the downtown area and knowing how fast some food places especially come and go, it's really key to get to the neighborhoods. So I don't know if you live in the neighborhood, but the neighborhood associations, downtown Albuquerque News, just door knocking or flyers in the lobbies of the business buildings and things
Thank you.
will go a long way, because the neighborhood wants to support businesses, but often places
get the
open
word.
and they don't even tell us that
Right.
it's happening.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you. That is a
Yep.
good word. And we did hear from the local neighborhood association. We reached out to them and they are going to post it in their regular newsletter. And the downtown growers market is opening up this Saturday, the 15th. And we weren't ready quite for that, but I did have a bunch of flyers printed out. So I'll be there handing out the flyers. If anybody wants to help with that, call me. And we did spend some time knocking on doors and getting permission from some of the apartment venues that are right on our block, that we could also supply them with flyers. So I appreciate that good word. And that's really what we need help with. We're really asking you to help us in this endeavor to get the word out, as this opening is in about 20 days.
Sonia, you have a comment.
I do. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
I'm so glad we met at that event at the brewery. I think it was meant to be.
Yes. Now I know who it is. Yes.
Exactly. All right. So I wanted to talk about getting the word out about your event. And I just want to share an idea. I assume this is I'm sharing my screen. I hope you can see it. I'm sharing.
That's actually the Facebook correct handle is Urbanmama505 LLC. There it is.
Ah, beautiful. Okay, because I was going to be like, all right. So have you created an event on here for your open house, a Facebook event?
Oh, yes, I have not yet. So
Okay.
that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, and I would suggest to just invite, once you create the event, go to your personal account and invite every single friend you have, because I'm sure they're not going to mind that you invite them. And then
Okay.
they can share it. And that's a good digital way to let people know that it's
Perfect.
coming up.
That's just the help that I needed, Sonia. Thank you so much. It's so funny how the Lord blessed me with this opportunity, because it was extremely last minute. And I think my old self would have shied back and say, oh no, I'm not ready for that. But my coach, Lisa, was so awesome and was like, oh no, you got this. And this is why this is just so orchestrated beautifully, because I do need the help, and that will really help the grand opening be successful. Thank you, Sonia.
Your positive attitude goes a long way, Julie, and wanting to help you. So
Thank
I just
you.
have to say that I'm very impressed with
Thank you.
your positivity.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely. Do we have more questions? Okay, Danielle, come on up.
Good morning.
Danielle Slupeski with Conscious Crossroads End of Life Services. So we met at the
Yes.
brewery event as well.
And the Women's Day at Rio Bravo Brewing, which has us on tap.
Oh, lovely. Good to know. First off, same thing. Your personality, you just exuberate, just you're bubbly, effervescent. I love it. You are kombucha in personality.
Thank you. Thank you.
As a personal anecdote, in 2018, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease and had to go through 5.5 months of IV antibiotics, which destroyed my entire microbiome. I had to learn how to make kombucha and sauerkraut and kimchi and ferment all of my own stuff. I can very much attest to the benefits of what you do.
Good.
And on top of that, when I tasted your stuff at the brewery, it's not as acidic as normal. And now it makes sense, because now I understand you make it with the Kangen water. So it's a lower pH, I'm assuming. So it's probably a lot easier for someone to ease into.
It is an easier drinking kombucha, definitely. It's more reminiscent of cider. Some of the national brands are a little harder hitting, more bubbles. And basically, like you, I was making a product for my own health. And so I make it the way I like it. So I hope you like it too. We do have 5 different flavors. We have a clear black, which is the original black tea. We have a rosy black, which is a rose hip hibiscus. That's the one we're sampling today. And we also have clear lima. It's infused with lime, and we developed that flavor to benefit the grief center of Albuquerque. That's our tithe. So 50% of all the sales from Clear Lima go to the Grief Center of Hope here in Albuquerque, which is an awesome organization. No matter where you are in the world, they offer assistance. No matter where you are in your grief journey, no matter your age, come and go. It's an awesome organization. And then we also have Black Guatemalan, which is infused with a whisper of coffee. It's a collab with Slow Burn on Mountain. And our newest flavor is the Clear Amarillo, which is made with our local New Mexico Coda tea, very healing tea that our Pueblo friends use. So thank you. Thank you.
And then one quick advice thing.
Yes.
I've been shocked next door. Next door has been super helpful for me.
Nice.
There's a lot more people on there than I had realized before. So
And
I
I'm
will
not
put
familiar
events
with
on there.
Nextdoor.
it's just another one of those, it's a neighborhood app. I think the guy
Okay.
that did Ring initially. is the
Okay,
next door
did
guy.
Nextdoor.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And somebody else told me to make sure the facility is dog friendly so it can be listed on a special app for, I think, Fido.
Bring Fido.
Bring Fido. Yeah, so we want to do that too. You can bring your dogs. So, thank you.
Any more questions online? Are you coming up to
I
ask
have a
a
question,
question?
yeah.
All right.
So,
Yes, Adam.
just to reiterate it, because you haven't made an event on Facebook,
Not yet.
and you mentioned some dates to us a moment ago,
Yes.
and it doesn't look like you have a slide to give us numbers.
Yes,
Oh, yes, we have a slide.
we have a Word doc.
It was the operator behind the wheel that was not having enough experience on the sharing of the information. There you go. But yeah, we're doing a soft opening May 3rd and a grand opening on Saturday, the 20th.
Those of us here, we can just take a little picture like this.
Oh, yeah, good one. Take a photo. Good one.
Hey, Sonia, well,
Zoom in.
if you have a moment, could you put some of that contact info in the chat for me? So it's there for history purposes.
Sure.
Thanks.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Julia, welcome. I think this is your first time. Thanks for coming. You have a tip. Let's hear it.
Thank you for the invite. So wonderful energy and product and kudos and a lot to learn from me as well. Thank you for sharing your story. What I was thinking, it was Facebook and the social media I've mentioned, from personal experience doing other things than actually another thing in real estate, Facebook Lives of your events or even how you're making a kombucha in the process. It invites your network in and just tag your business onto the bottom of it. And if you like, you could message me and I'm happy to walk you through the template. But basically it's put your organization page on there, but start on your personal page. Any feeds more than 3 minutes, I want to say, Facebook's algorithm automatically promotes it within your own network. So as long as that feed goes for over 3 minutes, just, whether it's an event or a kombucha making or what have you, selfie stick works well because it's kind of like, for me, I've tried it, like, you create your face too close and stuff, and you can just flick on it and switch. But yeah, that online Facebook Lives and the content over 3 minutes really helps. And it promotes it because you've got the personality and the people who love you, let them be able to tune in. And I think that propagates within itself. Thank you for letting me
Thank
share.
you.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, it's a building endeavor. And in this part of my journey, I wish I had done more with the computers and stuff, but an inspired learner always. So still willing to stay in the game.
Did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, we have two last questions. Red or green?
Green.
And what's the one thing that this community can do for you?
This community can be a part of the light that we want to share within our kombuchery. I know that kombucha is not for everyone, but the Kangen alkalized water is a healing water. So I think the marriage of those and the opportunity to allow you in for respite and refreshment, and for you to be part of the momentum and the movement that we want to be a part of, healthy and healing. That's my request.
You should go on Shark Tank.
Thank you.
So she has samples over here. Make sure you come by and try one. I see new faces in the group, so let's go ahead and do some introductions. Come on up. Yeah, you're on. You're on. Anybody else new? Come on up. So tell us who you are and short spiel about your business and how you found out about us today.
Well, so my name is Benji. I'm from Switzerland. I'm here with a business exchange program called Right Tilly. It's a young transatlantic innovative leaders initiative. And so it's 6 European young entrepreneurs here for 4 weeks in Albuquerque. And found out about this co-working space yesterday or the day before. And we were like, okay, I'll check this out, see what the entrepreneurial community is like. I'm into city development and building ecosystems of businesses. And so I thought this event would be something that could happen in Switzerland as well. And maybe just figure out like, how can we build an entrepreneurial ecosystem where everybody wants to help each other. And so I built a couple co-working spaces in Switzerland, but I think like the community is in America still like something that we can. So thank you.
Thanks for coming. Hi, everybody. Scar.
I'm Carolyn Reeves. I just moved to Santa Fe about a week and a half ago from Southern California, Laguna Niguel specifically, so I can relate. I went to Huntington Beach High School, by the way. So grew up in Huntington Beach, and I was introduced to this group by Stuart, who is connected to me through other colleagues that I've worked with. My background is I'm a learning and development professional, talent development professional, and I'm starting a consulting business to help leaders solve workplace challenges so they can be successful in the marketplace. So this is new to me. I've been in a corporate function for many, many, many years. I'm very excited to start my own consulting business. So thank you. And it seems like a great environment. I appreciate the welcome environment that you've all provided. So thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. Julia, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, thank you. Who is I? My wife and I moved to New Mexico in spring of 2019 from DC. I have a passion project or a social enterprise called Noosh Hub, and our goal is to help people capture and preserve their kitchen's history. And I would love to share the story when the time is right. Does that help?
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you for having me.
Have you in my queue to call for a presentation.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Todd Pilger. We have been here before online, but first time here in person. Was introduced to the group through the team over at Imbibe, and so just think it's a really great organization. I have a long history also in the corporate world, and after a couple of reorganizations where my position was eliminated, I decided to go out on my own as a consultant. So long history in accounting, finance, and analytics, mostly in healthcare in the past, but it's a little more agnostic in terms of people that I might help now. Looking for clients in the fractional CFO space for not quite big enough for a full-time CFO, but need a little bit more than you get from just their accounting supervisor or their bookkeeper, or also just special projects related to problem solving and troubleshooting.
Welcome, thank you. I think there might be more newbies online. If you have anybody else who's never been here before. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I do have some events. I probably didn't get them all, but and these a lot of these you have already heard about because they're happening in April but haven't happened yet. So Sandy has her ABQ Founders Syndicate. They have a deep dive support meeting, and that's April 18th at the 377 Brewery. You can see her for Eventbrite, or she can pass it along to me and I can share it or have it available to share next time. And then Barbara, you have a workshop. Sure, come on up and tell us about it.
It's tomorrow, and it's called Authentic Communication. Basically, what I do is I get you engaged in conversations, in communication in the workshop, and then try and put that into a framework that you see how you could more effectively build your business, grow your network. Primarily people knowing, liking, and trusting you. So that's what it's about. So I'd welcome you to come. It's a free event, lunch and learn from 11:30 to 1 o'clock tomorrow, right here.
And then, so yeah, that's Thursday. And then we have an AI powered marketing with Aton, and that is going to be really cool. So I would encourage everyone to join us for that. You can register online via, just go to the fatpipnm.com website. And you can, yeah, I know Andrea did a great job on that. My staff is learning. It's awesome. And so that's on Friday at 11:30. Activate NM's drop-in mentoring for entrepreneurs. The next one is Friday, April 21st. And then we have our continuation of leadership series with Jason Barnett. He's usually here on Wednesdays, but I don't see him today. But he's picking up his third session. Will be on April 27th at 11:30. Yep, you can register for that online. And then we mentioned this last week, but in celebration of Small Business Month, the city of Albuquerque is putting on some events in different areas of the city. So they're all outlined here, but if you go to their website, you can get more details and register for those as well. If you ever have events that you want included in this, send them to me, because sometimes I forget until the morning of to pull the list together. And then when I get here, I'm too scrambled to get them all down. So if you send them to me in advance, I'd be happy to add them to our list. All right, Paul, should we do anything else? We've got 15 minutes. Oh yeah.
Good announcement.
Well, come on up, Norm.
Thanks for asking. I'm Dr. Norm with drnormsconnections.com, and I'm in the dementia prevention business. And today, tonight at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be making a presentation with a fellow chiropractor. I'm a retired chiropractor. She's in Phoenix. We're going to be doing this on Zoom. We do a Healthy Brain Essentials Masterclass once a month. So tonight is going to be 3 keys to protecting your brain as you age. We're going to be talking about inflammation. Inflammation and aging go hand in hand. Inflammation is tied to so many diseases that they're just now discovering this could be disease all by itself. So everything from heart disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity, atherosclerosis, and things like that. So if you want to know more about how to reduce inflammation, some of the tests that are available to see if you do have inflammation, metabolism, and some of the things you can do to reduce the risk of inflammation. Tonight at 7 o'clock, I don't have a link. I don't know how to get that to you because I didn't think about it until just now. So
Will it be on Facebook?
yeah, it'll be on my Facebook if you want to wait around for that. Or you can just go to drnorm@gmail.com and I'll send you the link. drnorm, DRNORM @gmail.com and I'll send you the link.
Thank you, Dr. Norm. Rosa, you want to try again?
Hi, it's actually Rosalinda.
Hi,
And
Rosalinda.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm talking directly on my phone, my computer. So sorry, it's loud, and I'll turn it so you don't have to look at the toilet. Actually at the Fat Pipe in the East Mountains. And just wanted to say hi. My name is Rosalinda Roman. I've never been to 1 Million Cups or even heard of it until you all turned me onto it. So hello. And I have a business called New Mexicast. It was the first video podcast in the state of New Mexico. And it is now called New Mexicastaways because my family lived on a sailing catamaran. And I teach people about podcasting. I'm a traditional broadcast journalist by trade. I was the morning weekend anchor at KOAT 7 back in the dark ages, many, many moons ago before I became a mom. And yeah, I'm excited to get to know you all and have some connections in the local business community. So yeah, that's me.
Rosalinda, it sounds like you need to apply to present. Woohoo! We would love to have you learn more about your.
I look forward to learning more about that. I will look at that. I saw somebody put the link in the chat, so I have that, and I'll check it out.
Amber can help you out too, or give you my contact info if you need it.
And Natalie is also,
Well, come on up. You have an announcement?
I
Or
do.
not? New. Come on.
So my name is Wesley Woods. I'm with PNC Bank, but I actually just opening up my own business, New Mexico League. It's an all-star cheerleading gym, and our grand opening will be on April 30th. Everyone is welcome to join. We'll have a lot of family-friendly fun and just different vendors trying to get their names out there. So
Awesome.
thanks, everyone.
Thank you. A newbie, hi.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone. I'm Natalie. I'm actually from Russia, so I'm not local. And we are here. There are 6 of us. I mean, we're not all from Russia, but we have some Benji. So we are business exchange participants. So we are here with a state government program. And we all of us, we have different areas. Me personally, I'm from entertainment area. Back at home, I'm doing, we have indoor playground venues. So we are making birthday parties, proms, and parties for companies. And here, actually, I am located as my host organization here is Explorer.
Oh,
Which
nice.
is quite big. They have like 2 or 3 buildings, and it will take me long to get to know everything there. So I will be here for a month. So we are going to join you next Wednesday and next Wednesday. Yeah. So if you have someone here who is also doing birthday parties or something with kids, or not only kids but adults, so I will be very happy to share my experience, how we're doing marketing and sales, and I'm really interested in how you're doing it here. Yeah, so thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
All right. I'm not new, but I have here several times, so I need to send you the event actually.
Yes.
I send you next week for the details, but briefly, we are planning an event in Los Alamos. So it's called Launch Party Celebration, Benefit and Profit from Ala Pops. So what do we launch? We launch, the theme is actually the beginning of the end of allergy era. So borrow Western Church's phrase. So up to now, we have sufficient evidence and verification. We'll say Alapops is the first cure for allergies, for airborne allergies. So Alapops will start the movement to end the allergy epidemic. So that's why we call it the beginning, the end. So come join us. We'll send you detail next time. Okay, thank you.
What's the date?
Oh, May 4th. May 4th.
Star Wars Day.
4 to 6 p.m. in Sala Event Center in Los Angeles.
Cliff, I heard a rumor that you were applying for Shark Tank. Is that true?
We are applying, yes.
And did everyone see Shark Tank last Friday night? Local New Mexico-based company, Harding Stone, got some funding from the Sharks. So
I'm not surprised.
that was, they take your remains and they create beautiful, soft, white stone. I guess they can be different colors based on, but they make beautiful stones. You don't have to carry around ashes. You can actually carry around rocks and beautiful stones.
I've got a woman who wanted to do something with her mother's ashes and she wanted to make a water fountain. I said, I hear there's some stones.
Yep, that's them, Harding Stone.
Okay, good.
Mhm. All right, Paul, you want to wrap us up here?
Sure. So I think you can see there's a lot going on in New Mexico. And just personally, I've been taking my own advice, right? So like you get siloed in your company, you have to go out and talk to people who don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand how you're going to 10x it, and they don't sugarcoat it. It's not a pillow fight like it is here at 1 Million Cups when people get into it. They're like, okay, I'm going to be blunt about this. And then they tell you, right? And those are things you got to hear. So if you're ready to level up, I encourage you to go out in the community and get beat up. And sometimes they ask you to beat up other people. right? And I want to take this one moment to say, I was asked to evaluate allergens. So people looking at it, they didn't have scientists, and I'm a scientist. They said, why don't you look at the science? Tell us, is this legit or is this pixie dust? And not only is the science legit, I was an allergy sufferer. Note the use of the past tense. I haven't taken Claritin in years. I listen to the radio in the morning. They say pollen's at record level. My wife's taking Claritin every day, and she has less of an allergy than I do. So bravo, Cliff. I hope you're taking it. Go lift up entrepreneurship. We'll see you next Wednesday.